Technology,
Science,
space,
environment,
people.
places.
It's all totally awesome. Welcome once again to Totally Awesome. Today we're devoting the whole show to animals. The weird and wonderful, large and small, cute and cuddly, and of course, endangered animals from around the world. So sit back and enjoy the amazing stories that could help save some of these precious creatures today on Totally Awesome.
Not far from the centre of a major city, this reserve has become a nursery for the water vole. If you've ever read Kenneth Grahame's Wind in the Willows, you may recognise the vole as the character Ratty in the story. The tiny mammal was once numbered in the hundreds of millions across the UK. Now their numbers have been reduced to less than 1 million. Well, in a last-ditch attempt to save the water vole, more than 200 are being released onto a suburban wetland reserve, where it's hoped they'll go forth and multiply. A team of conservationists have come together and with the help of £10,000 in funds have embarked on a project to save the vole. They are slowly releasing about 100 of the furry creatures onto the wetland in the largest reintroduction scheme ever attempted with the species. Each vole has been fitted with a radio tracking collar so that it can be located and monitored. The biggest threat the vole has to face is the American mink. It takes over the vole's burrow, giving the vole nowhere to go and at a greater risk of other predators. There are areas where the vole and the mink coexist. Conservationists are keen to learn more about how the two can live together. They believe that by doing so, this threatened species may stand a better chance of survival.
We promised cute. Take a look at this little girl. Tana, an African elephant, was born at the Berlin Zoo in May and has been attracting a huge audience ever since. Zookeepers were initially concerned that the calf's mother, 20-year-old Pori, might reject her firstborn. But according to zoo officials, the mother has become accustomed to the new situation and is doing a fine job in raising little Tana. Elephants are very sociable animals. It's hard to believe that this cute little one will be that big and heavy one day. Unfortunately, the African elephant is on the endangered species list, mainly due to the ivory trade. Ivory comes from the elephant's tusks and has been made into jewellery, fishing hooks and knife handles, among other things. The government has banned the trading of ivory. However, there is always someone willing to buy products and poachers go to work to supply goods. While little Tana is safe here with her mother, under the watchful eye of zookeepers, it's the plight of her species that should be catching the crowd's attention. Hopefully, the awareness she is bringing will be enough to change people's attitudes. It must have been a busy day for the storks, because on the same day Tana was born, so was Alban, a male dwarf hippopotamus. After being pregnant for 173 days, his 13-year-old mother, Aeanis, gave birth to the 2-kilogram baby. Alban has since gained about half a kilogram each day. Dwarf hippopotami, whose natural home is the forests of West Africa, are also a rare and endangered species due to the destruction of its habitat. Fortunately, there are a number of natural parks on the Ivory Coast and Guinea where the hippo enjoys protection. The dwarf or pygmy hippo has some unique features, like the fact that it can close its nose and ears underwater. He is a water dweller and in the sun loses water through the skin very quickly, about 5 times as fast as humans. The little hippos are very shy animals, preferring to live alone. By the time he is 5 months old, he will weigh 10 times as much as he did when he was born. That sure makes him a bouncing baby boy.
It wouldn't be unusual for you to ask, what is it? Or why does this animal look so bizarre? This rather strange looking animal is an okapi, a relative of the giraffe, and is only found in the Democratic Republic of Congo. With its gentle eyes and zebra markings, this unusual animal was only discovered at the beginning of the century. Some say because it's so shy and secretive. A wildlife reserve which spreads out for almost 14,000 square kilometres and named after the okapi was established in 1992 to try and protect the natural riches in the forest. With a population of around 30,000 animals, this is the last remaining natural habitat for the okapis in the world. For years there's been a breeding